My dear friends, be happy. Today's mantra, be happy because you can. Be happy because that's what life is all about. Be happy because if you are not happy, then you're nothing. Be happy because being happy is being successful. Be happy because if you're not happy, then you'll be miserable. Be happy because that's the mantra, that's the greatest wealth in this world. Pleasure and pain is like a drive. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. The AK-47 is a gun the terrorists use. It can shoot and kill you. But how many people have seen the MK-50? You will realize when you open your real eyes and see the real lives. What I talk to you is my personal life story. I am not talking happiness. I am actually the happiest man in the world. Remember, you need pleasure and peace. And of course, you need purpose. Yes, my dear friends, if you want to be happy, you can. But you must learn the secret. What do I call it? I call it the Air Happiness Secret. The secret is actually a 19-letter secret. And I'll try to give you the secret before the end of this webinar. Good evening to all.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you who have joined us today for this exciting session on discovering the secret of eternal happiness. I am Dr. Ruchika Singh and I'll be your host for this 1-hour transformative journey. So let me begin by asking you a simple question. Do you want to be happy always? You all must be wondering what kind of question I'm asking. Everybody in the world wants to be happy. But if your answer is yes, then definitely you are at the right place. And I promise you that this session will change the way you view happiness forever. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly chasing happiness, whether it's through material possessions, relationships, or achievements. But how often do we pause and reflect? Are these truly fulfilling us, or we are just filling a void? This webinar is not just about temporary fixes. It is about uncovering the deeper truths about happiness, truths that can lead you to a state of everlasting joy and bliss. By the end of this session, you will gain insights that could completely transform your understanding of life and happiness. Now, what you should expect from this webinar? At the end of the session, you will be receiving 3 things. First, you will understand why eternal happiness seems so elusive and how you can overcome that. 2, you will learn the Air Happiness Secret. 3, you will get a surprise gift from Air Atmanin Ravi. This is not just any other motivational talk. It's a profound and practical guide to achieving happiness that forever lasts. Now, let me introduce you to the person who will be sharing these changing insights with us today. Air, which stands for Atma in Ravi, is the happiest man in the world. He is the happiness ambassador, an author who has written over 85 books on life, happiness, karma, rebirth, death, and so many other things about spirituality. He is a singer who has composed and sung around 1500 bhajans, a philanthropist who runs 2 humanitarian homes in Bangalore that take care of over 800 people, their food, clothing, shelter, medical needs, and whatnot. In the course of last 30 years, lakhs of people have been served in Air humanitarian homes. He picks people from the streets and helps them stand on their feet. He brings a big smile on the faces of those who were once abandoned by their own family members. So what better work than that? So apart from Air's humanitarian initiative, Air is known as the happiness ambassador, and his teachings have transformed countless lives across globe. He believes that true happiness is not found outside us, but within us, when we realize who we truly are. Air has dedicated his life to spreading the message of eternal happiness through enlightenment. Now, it's a privilege to have him with us today. Let's welcome Air. Over to you, Air.
Thank you, Dr. Ruchika Singh. We call her Ruchi Eru. And today I am going to share with you some interesting things, some that you've heard and some that you've not. When I go to China, people there love to eat noodles. And when I go to Italy, it's pizza. In America, it's burgers. And here, South India, it's all about idli dosa, isn't it? But my dear friends, what are all of us actually seeking? We are not seeking idli, dosa, and noodles and pizza. We want to be happy. Everybody is excited to eat what they like because this gives us joy. It gives us pleasure. What about people when children in a classroom were asked, what do you want to be? One child wrote, I want to be a doctor. One child wrote, I want to be a scientist. One child wrote, I want to be an astronomer. And one said, I want to be a president of the country. There was one child. There was one child who wrote, I want to be happy. And the teacher said, she called the student. She said, you have misunderstood the question. What do you want to be? And the child told the teacher, you have misunderstood life. Isn't it true? Isn't it true that the teacher had misunderstood life? Whether you want to be a doctor or a scientist or you want to be anything, ultimately, what are you seeking? You are seeking just one thing. You are seeking to be happy. Unfortunately, while we want happiness, we are trying to find happiness. You can't find happiness. Happiness is not a chase. We are trying to run this race and trying to be an ace, and we are caught in the maze. We don't learn to live with grace. It is sad, isn't it? We have been taught wrong things about happiness. We have not been taught what is the way to be happy. We don't know the meaning of happiness. How many of us have learnt the story of the musk deer? The musk deer roams in the peaks of the Himalayas, searching for the musk, the fragrance of the musk. It goes up and down the cliffs, ultimately to fall and die. The hunters below know that the musk that the deer was trying to find, the expensive fragrance, is within the navel of the deer. They cut open the stomach and pull out the musk. Isn't it sad? Happiness is inside us, but we are trying to search for happiness outside. Because we have not been taught even the spelling of happy. You ask anybody, how do you spell happy, and what will they say? Oh, Happy. It's not Happy. With Happy, you cannot be happy. My dear friends, if you want to be happy, you have to spell it with Happy. Yes, from today, the first thing you take back home is whenever you write happy, whenever you write happiness, spell it with 3 P's. Because happiness is not just pleasure that comes and goes. Happiness is pleasure, peace, and purpose. If you don't have purpose, then life is just like a circus, and you're not any better than a clown that's jumping up and down. My dear friends, we have to learn to be happy. Today I will show you how. But unfortunately, we are like that foolish fisherman. Have you seen that foolish fisherman sometimes? Have you? Once I was walking and there was this foolish fisherman. He was fishing. He was a good fisherman, but he was so foolish. He picked a fish and then dropped it back. He picked a fish and kept it. He picked a fish, kept it, picked a fish, dropped it back. I went and closer to him and I saw every time he picked a fish, he kept it to his palm and either threw it or kept it. I noticed something very funny. All the big fish he was throwing, and all the small fish he was keeping. And so I asked him, hey man, hey Mr. Fisherman, why are you throwing away all the big fish? You're keeping all small fish. And he told me, hey, you fool. Don't understand, man, you fool. I keep only this size small fish, a big fish I throw inside. Because my frying pan is only small. You don't understand, man. The frying pan in my house, so small, big fish, I throw back inside. We are throwing the big happiness back. And we are picking the small pleasures. We are picking the little pleasures of life. We don't understand that bigger than pleasure is peace and then purpose. When are we going to grow beyond that foolish fisherman? When are we going to learn to be happy? By living not just with pleasure, but with peace and purpose. My dear friends, happiness is our birthright. We can be happy. But unfortunately, every day we get up, what are we trying to do? We are trying to become happy. And as long as you're trying to become happy, you cannot be happy. Remember, the search of happiness ends when you stop the search. The search for happiness ends when you stop the search. You don't have to find happiness because you are happiness. Happiness is inside you. It is for you to go into the depth and to be happy. Remember, you may have all the pleasure in the world. You may be popping champagne and having a celebration. But suddenly you get bad news. What happens when you get bad news? In that very moment, all the celebration comes to an end because there is no peace. The moment there is no peace, our pleasure will cease. Remember, you need pleasure and peace. And of course, you need purpose. Unfortunately, we have not learnt. We have been taught so many things, but we have not learnt that happiness has three peaks. The first peak is called achievement or success. The second peak is called fulfillment, where you have peace. And the third peak is called enlightenment. On the first peak, there is pleasure. On the second peak, which is a plateau of peace. On the third peak, there is purpose. When are we going to reach that ultimate peak of happiness? We don't discover fulfillment. We don't understand the meaning of enlightenment. We are zooming on that highway called achievement. We just zoom from womb to tomb. And then, seeking happiness, we die. We all want to be happy. My dear friends, you are on this webinar today because you want to be happy. I too wanted to be happy for 25 years, and I'll tell you that. But I found that we can't search for happiness. People write books on in search of happiness, in search of peace. This quest is to go within and to find out that we have to choose to be happy. The next thing I'm teaching you today, don't ever say from today, I want to be happy. Today should be the last day you say, I want to be happy. Say, I choose to be happy. Just say, I choose to be happy, and you can be happy. Because when we are saying, I want to be, it reminds me that day when I was having my favorite cup of chai. I was having a cup of chai. I just kept the chai and I was on an important call, very, very important call. I saw a makhi, a fly coming, and it came and sat on my cup. I was very busy on the call. It dipped into my chai. It had one dip, and came back and enjoyed my tea. I ignored it. Again it did it. And in a few seconds, I saw it disappeared. When I took my cup of chai to have it, I saw it floating on the top, dead. So are we in life, my dear friends. We are like that fly. We are trying to sink, dipping into pleasure, dipping into this world, dipping and dipping, until finally, from dipping, we drown. When are we going to learn the way not to go on seeking for pleasures? Pleasures are there. We can enjoy pleasure. But happiness is in being happy, not wanting happiness. That's why the enlightened one, the Buddha, what did he say? This samsara is dukkha. This samsara is dukkha. It means this samsara is full of unhappiness. And why is it full of unhappiness? It is because we are in search. We are seeking, wanting happiness. But we don't know how to be happy. Yes, my dear friends, if you want to be happy, you can. But you must learn the secret. What do I call it? I call it the Air Happiness Secret. The secret is actually a 19-letter secret. And I'll try to give you the secret before the end of this webinar. But today I'm going to give you a mantra. The third thing you must learn. First, the spelling of happiness and happy. Second, don't say I want to be happy, say I choose to be happy. And the third thing I'm giving you today is the mantra. And the mantra is something you must note. What is the mantra? The mantra is be happy. Be happy means BEHAPPY. And let me tell you what is this mantra all about. Alright? Be happy starts with the letter B. And to remember B, just remember BBC. You're sure you won't forget BBC. B means bring back consciousness. BBC, bring back consciousness. Then you can be happy. As long as you are bombarded by toxic thoughts, you cannot be happy. So the first letter of the mantra be happy is B, BBC, bring back consciousness. How? Many people ask me how. I ask them, have you ever seen an AK-47? They say, oh, the dangerous weapon. Of course. Who has not seen the dangerous weapon? The AK-47 is a gun the terrorists use. It can shoot and kill you. But how many people have seen the MK-50? Have you seen MK-50? Have you heard of the MK-50? MK-50 is the mind killer 50. It can shoot at you 50 thoughts a minute. Yes, my dear friends, the mind killer 50 can shoot you with 50 toxic thoughts of fear, worry, stress, anxiety. Yes, but then it's important for you to understand that this MK-50, this is not something you can find because it is the mind. So my dear friends, the MK-50, you can steal it, you can kill it. How? BBC. Bring back consciousness. The next letter of the mantra, BE. Eliminate mind and ego. Me. Eliminate mind and ego. Me. And this is the second letter of the mantra, be happy. B, bring back consciousness. E, eliminate mind and ego. Because the mind, it steals our happiness. That MK-50, it shoots us. How? Fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame and guilt. And then, when it's stealing your happiness, you still the mind. Shh. You still the mind, you kill the mind. Because when you still the mind, there is no mind. That's why people meditate, people contemplate. But then, you have to be able to eliminate the mind. And some people, they're trying to eliminate the ego. You can't eliminate the ego. Some people say, kill the ego, annihilate the ego. You can't. Why? Because the ego has to be awakened. The ego has to be enlightened. The I will be there till we die. But what we need to realize before we die, who is this I? And this happens when you eliminate the mind and the ego. One day there was a friend of mine. He joined a new IT company in Bangalore. And he came and he had a great job and he was enjoying his job. But only one problem. Every day when he used to go back from office, when the bus used to drop him 100 meters away from his home, a fierce bulldog used to attack him. So as soon as he got down from the bus, the bulldog would attack him. And then he would run and go. One day, he was present at the Air Happiness Secret Seminar. And he learnt, do the things you fear, and the fear will disappear. He learnt that fear is caused by the toxic thoughts of the mind. So what did he do? He said, face the fear. Face the fear. Means I have to face my bulldog. So what did he do the next day? When he got down from the bus, the bulldog came. The bulldog was chasing him. And then he turned and he faced the bulldog. And as he faced the bulldog, The bulldog opened its mouth. Ah. Normally he was so frightened. But what did he see? The bulldog had no teeth. The bulldog had no teeth. So he turned and he started chasing the bulldog. He picked up a stick, he picked up a stone, and he just started chasing the bulldog. My dear friends, fear is caused by the mind. Fear is not a danger. If you want to eliminate fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame, and guilt, then still the mind. Kill the mind. Enlighten the ego. Enlighten the ego, because otherwise the ego will create anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, pride, greed, and selfishness. You've got to enlighten the ego. How can you do that? You enlighten the ego when you are BBC, when you come back to consciousness. In that state you realize, I am not I. A man, he came from America, and he met one of our Indian Swamis. And he told the Swami, I want to be happy. Swamiji, I have come here because I want to be happy. Swami said, come. Who are you? He said, I am John. He said, I am not asking for your name, man. Who are you? He said, Sir, Swami, I am American, John. Hey, I am not asking you for your nationality. Who are you? I am son of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Did I ask you for your parents' name? Who are you? The man thought. He said, Swami, I am a lawyer. Hey man, I didn't ask you for your profession. Who are you? Oh, I am a father of Tom and Rachel. No, I didn't ask you for your children's names. Who are you? This is what we have to understand. Who am I? And when we realize I am not I, then we realize the lie. We cut a cake on a birth date that is fake. We don't realize the day we arrive on this earth is not our birth date, it's our arrival date. So I tell people, when were you born? You were conceived 9 months before. But because you don't know, you don't realize that you are that 9 months before, you think you're the body and you suffer. You think you will die. But you will never die. You are the immortal soul. When you realize this, you reach that state of eternal bliss. My dear friends, the mantra you're learning today, be, B-E. B, bring back consciousness. E, eliminate mind, enlighten ego. And then be happy. How do you be happy? It's very simple. H, have enthusiasm. Have enthusiasm means faith, hope, trust. Have faith, F-A-I-T-H, full assurance in the heart. Have hope, having only positive expectations. Have trust, total reliance, unconditional surrender to the Almighty. My dear friends, you can be happy if you have enthusiasm. It's about smiling. Learn to smile. Has somebody taught you the meaning of smile? S-M-I-L-E. One who has enthusiasm, they live life moment by moment and they smile. S, they spread sunshine. M, they make others happy. I, they inspire people. L, they lower levels of negativity. And E, they ensure their personal happiness. It's very easy. Learn to smile. How much does it cost you? Do you have to pay? If you want to go to the airport, the toll tax, they stop you. Pay toll tax, then you go. Does anybody collect money from you before you smile? No. But when you smile, you create happiness for yourself and for all those who are around you. Smiling is instant. Instant. You have seen instant burgers and instant Maggi noodles, but instant happiness comes from smile. Live with faith, hope, trust. This is the magical way. Have enthusiasm. My dear friends, if you want to be happy, the mantra, A, accept. Do you know meaning of accept? It means just accept. Because either you can accept or you can protest. Some people, they protest because they don't understand. There is trauma because they don't understand life is karma. And this is a big drama. This world is a drama. It's a stage. We are actors, we come and go. Such is the show. But we question. Many of us ask the question, why do bad things happen to good people? Oh, my dear friends, bad things happen to good people because apples in Bangalore grow on mango trees. You know, apples don't grow on mango trees, and so bad things cannot happen to good people. If apples are growing, it must be apple tree. If mangoes are growing, it must be mango tree. And if bad things are happening, it means it's our karma coming back to us. Because there is no way that you can do good and bad will happen. The seed creates the roots that create the shoots that create the fruits. So when you learn to accept, you say Kabul, 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 and you learn to surrender. You learn to surrender when you realize that life is karma. Then what do you say when something happens? You say, Kesara, Sara, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Kesara, Sara. My dear friends, if you learn to the mantra, be happy, BBC, eliminate mind and ego, have enthusiasm, accept and surrender. If you learn to accept and surrender, you can be happy. And then comes the mantra of PPP. The mantra of PPP is pleasure, peace, and purpose. After you accept the divine law of karma, and after you learn the happy mantra of be happy, not only do you enjoy pleasure, you rejoice. Somebody stopped and asked me, sir, you are telling enjoy pleasure, sir. How to enjoy pleasure, sir? I told the man, show me your happy card. Huh? He said, what is happy card, sir? Visiting card? I said, not your visiting card. Credit card? I said, not your credit card. More important than credit card. More important than visiting card. He said, oh, Aadhaar card. I said, not even Aadhaar card. Which card? Show me your happy card. Sir, what is happy card, sir? I don't know. I said, in your pocket. You don't have Aadhaar. You don't have credit card. You don't have visiting card. You must have happy card. The happy card is the 10 things that can make you happy. In your pocket, you must carry a card which has got 10 things that can make you happy. How many of you have in your pocket now? How many of you have that card in your pocket now? I can challenge you, very few. That's why you're not happy. Because you don't know to pull happiness triggers. You don't know how to be happy. If you really want to enjoy pleasure, accept it as a prasadam, but learn to pull happiness triggers. When you have the 10 things to make you happy in the happy card, then whenever you want to be happy, pull one of those triggers. And if it doesn't happen, try the second. If it doesn't happen, try the third. But this is the way to be happy. Don't be like the greedy beggar. Have you heard of the greedy beggar? The greedy beggar was one day sitting, very greedy fellow. He would always be unhappy. Hey man, how are you? I am very bad. Yeah. I am not okay. Not even okay. Very bad. One day a king was distributing gifts on his birthday. And to this beggar, he came and said, what do you want? The beggar said, I don't have anything. The king gave him a gold coin. For the first time, the beggar was very happy. He took the gold coin, threw it up in the sky, caught it, and then he kept saying, yay, 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 yay. Then some of the soldiers saw that gold coin fell in the gutter. They told the king felt very sad. The king called him. He gave him 2 gold coins. He said, don't throw it. Keep it, one in one hand, one in the other hand. Keep your gold coins. So he kept it. As the king was going, he went back to see this beggar. How are you? What did he see? The beggar had 2 of the gold coins in his hand. He showed the king. But one hand in the gutter. When he had one hand in the gutter, the king asked him what happened. He said, Your Honor, I am searching for that gold coin in the gutter. Many of us, we have got gold in hand, but our second hand is in the gutter. We are not happy with what we have. We are wanting to find what we have lost. my dear friends, then we cannot be happy. If you want to be happy, you have to be happy with what you have. And don't be like that monkey. You know that monkey? A man called a monkey and gave a banana. Monkey took a banana. Enjoy. As soon as the man turned, the banana, the whole bunch of bananas was inside the window. The monkey puts his hand and tries to pull the entire bunch of bananas. Now the bunch of bananas cannot come out of the small window. So he was pulling and pulling. The man's wife, she was a tough lady. She brought a stick, seeing the monkey pulling all the bananas. And she gave the monkey one. So we are sometimes like this monkey who is not satisfied with the banana. We want the whole bundle of bananas. My dear friends, enjoy pleasure, but go to the state of peace. At the state of peace, count your blessings. Be in that state of fulfillment. For peace is the foundation of happiness. Don't count your troubles. There are some people who wake up in the morning and start counting all their troubles, even though those troubles are not troubling them. One day I told one of such a friend of mine, I told him, never trouble until trouble troubles you. Never trouble until trouble troubles you. Leave trouble alone. Sometimes trouble is like a bubble. It will burst on its own. So don't trouble. He said, what should I do? I sent him a song. I said, count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. When upon life's journey you are stressed or tossed, when you are discouraged thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. My dear friends, we have eyes to see. We have feet to stand on the street. Feet to stand on the street, eyes to see, ears to hear, everything, hands to grasp. But still, we don't count our blessings because we don't know the meaning of peace. And how many of us have moved to the mantra, the triple P, pleasure, peace, and purpose. So the next thing you must learn in today's webinar, if you want to be happy, enjoy pleasure, be at peace, discover purpose. Enjoy pleasure, be at peace, discover purpose. Remember P. Pleasure, peace, and purpose. Then you can be happy. If you achieve that state of purpose, you reach a state of Satchit Anand. Because when people suffer, I ask them the question, who is the sufferer? The sufferer is the body, mind, ego, which you are not. When you discover who am I, why am I here, then you are free from this circus. You no more are jumping up and down like a miserable clown. My dear friends, the last letter of the mantra, be happy. Why? Yoga. Yoga means be in union. Be in divine union. Yoga is not exercise, asana, and breathing pranayama. They are ways to get into yoga. But yoga means huge union. The last letter of the mantra, be happy, which I am leaving with you today. A yogi is in supreme bliss. He is eternal happiness. He is in eternal happiness because he realizes that happiness is a state of being. And when he is in yoga, it may be dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga. There are 4 known states of yoga. The yoga of meditation, devotion, action, education. I learned the yoga called prema yoga. And prema yoga means the yoga of love, the yoga of divine manifestation. Then you enjoy the ecstasy of true love. My dear friends, what is, in short, this mantra, be happy? What does it give you? It gives you 3 gifts: peace, love, and bliss. Do you want anything more than this? Do you want anything more than peace, love, and bliss? Bliss has 3 P's, remember that. So you must learn to enjoy the ecstasy by loving the divine in one and all. My dear friends, be happy. Today I gave you the mantra, be happy. You can be blissful. You can enjoy this show. if only you realize it's a Leela. How many of us don't know? We bring nothing, we take nothing. The day my partner, we were leaving a hotel and my partner was packing, stuffing the bag. I asked, what are you packing? They said, I like the blanket. The blanket is very good. They're packing the blanket in the bag. I said, you fool. How can you take this blanket? He said, nobody will know I'm taking the blanket. I said, no, you cannot take the blanket. Just like in a hotel, we can brush our teeth in the toilet. They may even leave a toothpaste and toothbrush. But you can't take the pillows and the blankets. In this world, we come and we go. How many of us are enjoying the show? This beautiful world has so many beautiful things. The sunrise, the sunset, the birds that fly, the fish that swim, the monkeys and the dogs and the clouds and the skies and the rains. So many beautiful things. When are we going to enjoy the beauty, the happiness of this world? You will enjoy if you learn the Air Happiness Secret. The Air Happiness Secret is 19 letters and we talk of it every day on Insta. On Insta at 7, every evening at 7, we meet for minutes 11 and I show people the way to heaven. Even today at 7, we will meet for 11 minutes and these 11 minutes will have a story of how to be happy. What are these 19 letters? I am not going to give them all to you today, but I will list them for you. AIR, air, always in consciousness, intelligence over ignorance, rejoice life. Happiness with 3 P's, have enthusiasm, accept, pleasure, peace and purpose. Live in the now. From negative flip to positive. Discover the ecstasy of true love. Surrender and be in Satchidanand. These 10 letters are followed by secret, SECRET, smile, eliminate mind, choose to be happy, respond, don't react, enlighten the ego, transcend bhoga and live in yoga. Today I am just mentioning this to you, but if any of you would like to have this book, I believe all of you who attended this happiness webinar, you can meet me to collect your personal copy with my compliments. And this is my way of making you happy. Come and meet me and collect your Air Happiness Secret book whenever you like. After you WhatsApp us or you DM us, we are here to make you happy. And if you really want to be happy, then join me at 7 every evening for minutes 11. You invest minutes 11, nothing to pay, and you enjoy a bliss called heaven. My dear friends, be happy. Be happy. Today I have given you the mantra. And remember, you can be happy if you try not to become happy. In this world, you may have everything and you're not happy. What is the use? If you have everything but you're not happy, you have nothing. But if you have nothing but you have happiness, you have everything. Because unfortunately when we were in school, we were only taught things to make us a fool. We remain a fool because of what we learn in school, we are taught success is happiness. Success is not happiness. If success was happiness, the rich would have been glad. But turn around and you will find so many of them are sad. Many rich and famous are committing suicide. Success is not happiness. Happiness is success. Turn the equation around. Don't try to be successful to be happy. If you are happy, you are already successful. I am talking to you not from some theory. My dear friends, I have lived a life, 25 years of success, 25 years of achievement going from peak to peak to peak, only to realize this is not what I seek. I climbed every peak, only to realize that the next peak and the next peak was taking me nowhere. I shut my business, I got out of the highway called achievement, and I settled on the plateau of fulfillment. For 5 years, I was enjoying traveling from country to country, till I realized life will remain a circus if I don't discover my purpose. Then I got the spark of eternal happiness. How do you reach that state of eternal happiness? What I talk to you is my personal life story. I am not talking happiness. I am actually the happiest man in the world. And my goal is to make you the happiest in the world. This is my aspiration. I want to teach you how you can be happy. I want to show you the way to be happy. So you too can be happy. I live as a happiness ambassador. And I wish you too become a happiness ambassador. You should become a millionaire, a billionaire. Yes, a smile millionaire, a smile billionaire. You should have millions and billions of smile. And smiles and smiles and smiles. These smiles should go to every mile. Let us spread a smile in every mile by becoming a happiness ambassador. Come and join me, and together let us make this a happy world. If you want to be a happiness ambassador, write to me and I will enroll you and I will give you all the tools to make you a happiness ambassador. You can dedicate your life in spreading bliss, peace, love, and joy. Remember, all happiness is in this moment. Now. You can be happy now. Can you be happy tomorrow? How can you go to tomorrow? Okay, I'll give you 10 million. Can you go to yesterday? Can you go to yesterday and change the breakfast we ate yesterday? You can't. You can't go to yesterday. You can't go to tomorrow. Still our mind, the rascal, the monkey, it jumps into yesterday and tomorrow. It creates so much misery and sorrow. When are we going to learn that we should not jump like a monkey to yesterday and tomorrow? We must learn to be happy every minute. Every minute. Because life is just a minute. Life is just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon you, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to you to use it. You must suffer if you lose it. Give an account if you abuse it. Just a tiny little minute. But eternity is in it. Life is just made up of minutes. You know, these minutes, they are moments. These minutes and moments, they create hours, that create days, that create weeks, months, years, and life. If you lose the moment, you lose the minute, you lose life. Many people are trying to be happy in tomorrow. There is no way. If you want to be happy tomorrow, learn to make today happy. Because today is the tomorrow you thought of yesterday. Today is the tomorrow you were thought of yesterday. Try to make a good today. So every yesterday is a great day. Every yesterday should be a great day, my dear friends. And this, you must remember, can be done moment by moment. Don't miss the bus. The bus doesn't have a reverse gear. Once you miss the bus of happiness, it's gone. Don't want to be happy. Just choose to be happy. Don't forget the mantra. The mantra, be happy. Be happy. This is the mantra I gave you in the seminar. I believe that many of you may want to ask me questions. And in a few moments from now, we will throw open this to question and answers for the next 15 minutes because it's an opportunity for you to be able to ask me any question that you like on happiness. But let me summarize today's talk and leave you with asking me any questions. I believe you can either type your questions in the chat box to Ask Air Questions, if that's what the administrator's name is, Ask Air Questions. But if your video is on, and if you're lucky, then they may let you ask questions on video. But for sure, if you type your question, I'll be able to answer it. My dear friends, be happy. Today's mantra, be happy because you can. Be happy because that's what life is all about. Be happy because if you are not happy, then you're nothing. Be happy because being happy is being successful. Be happy because if you're not happy, then you'll be miserable. Be happy because that's the mantra, that's the greatest wealth in this world. Don't try to find happiness, just be happy. Be happy with the happy that has 3 P's. Be happy, BBC, be in consciousness, eliminate mind, enlighten ego, have enthusiasm, accept and surrender, enjoy pleasure, find peace, discover purpose, and live as a yogi in that state of eternal bliss in all that happiness. This is Air, Atma in Ravi. My name is Air, and Air means Atma in Ravi, soul in Ravi, and I'm a happiness ambassador, having traversed my life journey for 6 decades. And today I live as a happiness ambassador, teaching you how to reach that state of eternal happiness through enlightenment. I am happy now to answer any question that you may have to ask me. Thank you. Thank you for your patient presence and for giving me this beautiful hour on a Sunday evening. I am at your service. Administrator, Ruchika Singh, Doctor, Arup, you can ask me any questions, or the administrator, if you have typed questions, let us start.
So thank you so much, Hare, for sharing your profound wisdom with all of us, especially the mantra "Be happy." It's amazing. So I'm sure everyone here has been deeply moved by your insights. I wanted to announce that they can ask questions, but already have so many questions there. First question from Siddhappa. Namaste, Hare. We would like to know about you, how you started your life, and what inspired you to move towards spirituality.
My dear Siddhappa, my life is a life that evolved from I was 16 when I started my business. And by the time I was 18, I paid a down payment for a car. So I started success early. But I realized that whatever I wanted in life, money, name, fame, happiness, all that comes from discovering what life is. And in short, of course, I'm happy to give you any of my book. I moved from that journey of achievement to a state of fulfillment, to a state of enlightenment. I built a big business and I realized I could earn more and more. First, I had nothing, zero. I made 1,000, then 10,000, then 1 lakh, then 10 lakhs, then 1 crore, then 10 crores. Kept on adding zeros. Finally, this one will drop. What will be left? All zeros. We earn for others to burn. I realized and I did a turn. I said, let us not earn for others to burn. Let us turn. And I started to yearn for something more. And that is spirituality. Thank you, Siddhappa.
Next question from Irwin. Pain leads to pleasure. How do we move to peace then?
Pleasure and pain is like a drive, right? Pleasure and pain is like a drive. Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. Sometimes there is sun, there is rain, there is pleasure, there is pain, there is loss, there is gain. How do we move? Pain leads to pleasure. You have to get out of this game and discover, who am I? Who am I? Am I this body? This body will die. This body came later. I was born 9 months before. Once I was conceived in my mother, I cannot change my mother. The body was formed later. So this is the way to discover the purpose. Only ask one question, Nan Yar. Who am I? Koham. That's the way to start.
Here, Rakshita is asking, how do I find my purpose of life?
You can find your purpose when you start a quest. Suppose you want to find something, even on Google. Can you sit down here and say, I'm wanting to find Google, I want to find Google? No. You must start your quest. If you want purpose, purpose means meaning. And to find purpose, there are only 2 questions, Rakshita. The 2 questions you have to write down today. Who am I? Why am I here? Rakshita, ask yourself this question, and if you read my books, you will find out, why did I come to earth? Why this human birth? Sometimes I write it in a song. There's an old song. It says, वो क्या मेरी तकदीर जो पैदा हुआ मैं, संसार में आया मैं, संसार में आया मैं क्यों, क्या मैंने किया है। मुक्ति मुझे पाना है, मुझे मोक्ष पाना है, फिर क्यों फंसा मैं संसार में, मैं फंसा क्यों, क्या मैंने किया है. So ask the question, who am I? Why did I come to earth? Why this human birth? And then you will realize. You will realize, you will realize when you open your real eyes and see the real lies. There are real lies which you will realize when you open your real eyes. Yes.
Shetty Bhai is asking, Namaste Guruji, can we be happy without God?
Of course, you can be happy without God, but you can be happy up to pleasure and peace. You can reach achievement and fulfillment. You don't need God. But if you want to reach that state of ultimate happiness, how will you reach that state of ultimate happiness? Because in that state of ultimate happiness, you discover how you came to this world. Who are you? Now let me explain to you. Who is God? Is God Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Jesus, Buddha? God has no name. God has no form. God is nameless, formless, birthless, deathless, beginningless, endless. God is Sip, a supreme immortal power. And that supreme immortal power is you. You are. How can you achieve eternal happiness without you? You don't realize you are a manifestation of God. So come to my Zoom sessions every day at 8. Every day we have a Zoom session at 8. It's free. Get the link. It's available in all books. It's available. Join and you will get answers to these questions. Next.
Next question from Adil. He's saying, I got to know that you have two ashrams which you run. Please share your story on how or what made you go towards charity.
Actually, when I was a young guy, a teenager, I saw people suffering on the street. I started by giving them a dosa. After giving them dosa, chitrana, puri, before they could sleep, they had nothing to eat, they were hungry. I started giving them blankets about 30 years, 40 years, maybe 40 years ago. I used to give them blankets because Bangalore was freezing cold. Bangalore was like Shimla or Srinagar in those days. And then I realized that people had no place to stay. People were beggars and they lepers and they had no hands and feet. So I decided to open a small home. And from that we opened two big ashrams which will soon reach 1,000 capacity to serve. We already have between 600 to 800 people. But that's how it began. But it's a long story. Come and visit the Air Humanitarian Homes. One is in Chikagubi, one is in Banarghatta. Visit one of them and then you will get all the details. Thank you.
Imran is asking, how do I find joy when I'm sad?
Imran, how to find joy when I am sad? You know what I tell people? If you can be glad, but you are sad, then you are mad. Imran, don't take it wrong. You are sad because you choose to be sad. Many people I know, they choose to be sad. Some people tell me, I like to be unhappy. Why do you like to be unhappy? Imran, you can choose to be happy this moment. Just say, मैं खुश हूँ, मैं खुश हूँ, मैं खुश हूँ, जो ये सदा कहे कि मैं खुश हूँ, जो सदा खुश रहे, करे ना उम्मीद कुछ, दुखी वो ना मैं खुश हूँ. Be happy. Don't choose to be sad when you can be glad. Don't be mad. Choose to be happy. Yes.
Bhavya is asking here how to overcome fear. I'm scared of losing my money.
Fear. You know what is fear? FEAR. False expectation appearing real. Fear is not a danger. If there's a tiger outside your house, it's a danger. If there's a cockroach outside your house, it's only a fear. You have a fear of losing your money. You want to eliminate this fear? I'll tell you. Secret. Nobody in this world can take their money with them. Secret, huh? Don't tell anybody. Nobody in this world can take money. We all are going to lose our money. You and me. So I hope this will help you overcome your worry about fear, about money.
Bruce is asking, is being happy showing a smile?
Yes, being happy is showing a smile and more. It is accepting because life is karma. So, Bruce, accept. Don't protest. Accept, don't wonder. Replace hope with surrender. So, if you want to be happy, smile, laugh, make others happy, and then surrender. There's a way to be happy. The Air Happiness Secret will give you 19 ways. One of the way, in secret, S, smile all the while. So smile and go beyond smiling to discovering the happiness secret.
Aarti is asking, sir, I want to achieve so many things. Cannot be happy until all of it is achieved. Then what should I do?
Arti, you are on the first peak of happiness. Remember, even when you go from one achievement to second achievement to third achievement, your happiness will keep on growing. But ultimately, you will fall off that peak in a cliff called death. Happiness is not achievement. Don't try to run this race. If you run this race, even if you win the race, it's a rat race. In the end, we are all rats. How much ever money you earn, success, name, fame, ultimately, you have to leave everything behind. So, Arti, evolve from pleasure that comes from achievement to peace that comes from fulfillment and purpose that comes from enlightenment. Then Arti will become the happiest person in the world.
I'm not able to read the name properly. It's Andana Tandon, it seems. She says, Radhe Radhe, health, happiness, money, fame. Which should be our focus?
Health, happiness.
Happiness, money, or fame?
My dear, health is important for all of us. Physical health, mental health. Happiness is a larger gamut, which is much beyond money and fame. No, money and fame come from success, achievement. It's the first peak of happiness. If you want happiness, you need money. Don't think that if you don't have money, you can be happy. No, you need money. But don't let your need become your greed. When need becomes greed, you will be unhappy indeed. So, my dear, you must seek happiness with 3 P's. Happiness with 3 P's, not just happiness. Then you will be satisfied with whatever success, name, fame, money. You will grow from achievement to fulfillment, and ultimately, if you join me on the top, it's enlightenment. Yes.
Madhu is asking how to be happy when I'm getting no money.
My dear Madhu, the story of money is very funny. The story of money is very funny because we cannot take with us even a penny. So, whatever money you have, please enjoy it. The secret of happiness is not making money, it is in spending it. Even if you have 50 rupees, if you go and eat a good dosa with your friends, bite by bite, you can be happier than the multi-millionaire who is having a dinner in a high 5-star hotel in Manhattan in New York. So learn to be happy. You need today's mantra. Be happy, not money. Money is not happiness. Money will not give you happiness, but happiness is greater than money. Learn that. Money will come. Money will follow you if you are happy.
Randika is asking, your smile is so charming, Guruji. Loved the session totally. Please guide what should be our first effort towards eternal happiness.
The first step towards eternal happiness is today's mantra. Be happy. So capture this mantra. Don't write HAPPY from today. If you really want to be happy, spell happy with 3 P's. And then be conscious. BBC. Bring back consciousness. Because if you don't bring back consciousness, you don't eliminate the mind and enlighten the ego, then your mind will enter and steal your happiness. Every night when you sleep, do you lock your door or do you keep the door open? If you keep the door open, the thief will enter. It will steal all your happiness. You lock the door because you don't want the robber to come and rob your things, but you keep your mind open to rob all your happiness. So change that.
Ankita is asking, dear Guruji, can we have similar offline sessions? It helped a lot.
We can definitely have, but the challenge is how people should beat the traffic and then meet in a large area. So yes, one-on-one, we can meet in small groups. If you all create small groups and you'll want to meet, we can have question answer sessions. You all can request for a personal meeting where 25 people, 50 people can get together and we can have small sessions for your friends and your group. We can meet.
Jasmine is asking, Guruji, is love greater or happiness?
Happiness, the word air happiness secret has got HAPPINE. E means ecstasy of divine love. Love is rooted in happiness. Love is an ecstasy of joy. Happiness is an umbrella which covers all these things. And love is one of the most beautiful things that people don't understand the meaning of true love. People are scared to say, I love you. But I tell everybody I love you. Because love is not lust. LOVE means L. True love is LOVE, longing of the soul which is very passionate and ecstasy of joy. And true means transcendental, rainbow of 7 colors, unconditional and eternal. This love is where the entire bliss comes from. And then you are able to discover the full happiness.
Vibha and Shanta Kumari are praising the session. Chandra is asking, love, God or peace? What should be our ultimate goal? Thank you, respected air.
Love, God or peace. You are trying to compete at the top. Love is God. And when there is love and God, there will be peace. Actually, peace is something you don't have to find. Peace is within. You still the mind. When you still the mind, peace you find. Peace comes from consciousness. God is what is causing that. And where is love? Love is also there. So you are in the depth of the soul. SOUL, spark of unique life, where there is peace, where there is God, where there is love. All in the soul.
दर्शन इज आस्किंग ऐसे कैसे पॉसिबल है गुरुजी सुख दुख कुछ भी आए लाइफ में हम स्टेबल रहें लाइक हाउ टू हैव stability even if we have
because in reality there is no dukh. If you want to eliminate dukh, find out कौन है जो दुखी है. दुख होता है दुखी को, लेकिन ये दुखी कौन है? दुखी तन है, मन है, अहंकार है. Who is the sufferer? The body, mind and ego. The moment you realize you are not the body, mind you cannot find, the ego is a false identity. But dukhi kaun hai? If you live as the soul, the Atma, Atma is Sukhi. So turn from Dukhi to Sukhi. You want to be Dukhi or you want to be Sukhi? Remove the Du, bring the Su. You will become Sukhi. Su means soul. Become, the soul is Sukhi. Huh? Don't be Du. Du means Deha. Deha is Dukhi.
Okay. Shweta is telling good knowledge, and Maya is asking, Guruji, or get confused between love and lust.
Love is longing of the soul, which is very passionate and creates an ecstasy of joy. Love. Longing of the soul, very passionate, ecstasy of joy. What is lust? Love, underestimated as a sexual transaction. Lust. Lust is only physical. Lust is only sexual. But love is body, mind, heart, and soul. When your love is body, head, heart, and soul, then it is not lust. In that state where there is divine, spiritual, intellectual, emotional, physical love, there is no lust. When it's only lust, there is no love.
Manoj is asking how to avoid negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts. Negative thoughts come from the mind. Mind. Mind means misery, ignorance, negativity, and desire. If you want to eliminate negative thoughts, eliminate the mind. Then you will reach a state of consciousness. BBC, bring back consciousness. Pick up my book, you will understand. In a state of consciousness, there is only PEP, positive energy power. There is no NEP, negative energy poison. Be in PEP, never be in NEP.
Arvind is asking, for moksha, is it really necessary to detach from material world?
No, no. If you want moksha, you cannot detach from the material world, because only in the material world can you have detached attachment. Not detached, but not you should not, you don't have to give up attachment, but you must learn the art of detached attachment. You have to be in this material world, live a spiritual life. A life, I'm living a normal life. You all can live a normal life, but be in consciousness. You will attain that state of divinity, of spirituality. Then, in the moment of death, you will be liberated. Don't think only going to Kumbh Mela and doing dubki that you will get moksha. Going to Kumbh Mela is good as a religious practice, as a once in 144 years or 12 years. But don't have this wrong feeling that anybody going to Prayagraj and doing dubki, they will attain moksha. Nah. Moksha is a journey of spirituality, and you have to overcome ignorance and be enlightened. Then the Jivan Mukta will attain moksha. But there's a step by step. Join Zoom at 8 and you will be able to do it.
Girija is asking how to control the mind which fluctuates.
How to control the mind that fluctuates. The mind you cannot find. The mind you cannot control because it doesn't exist. The mind is nothing but a bundle of toxic thoughts. So what do? You still the mind. When you still the mind, you kill the mind. But the mind is like a phoenix. Again, that bundle of thoughts will come back. So, when you still the mind, you lock it, you block it by your consciousness, by your intellect. When you lock it and block it, then there is no mind. The mind is an illusion. If you are always in consciousness, there is no mind. Be in that state, BBC, bring back consciousness. Then you will find there is no mind.
As Zubair Ansari is saying, you have so much wisdom, sir. What inspires you and what you consider the source?
We all have the source inside us. What source you are seeking inside me is the same source inside you. Unfortunately, I was covered by layers of ignorance for over 48 years. I was just dragging through life. I was dragging through life and my petrol tank was over. You know, in petrol tank, there's empty, quarter, half, three-fourths and full. Today you see me, I'm full. But my tank had become empty. Why? Because I had lost all the life energy. Today my life meter is full because I realized the truth of life. I stopped running after success. I have learned the true purpose of life. Before we know it, life will be over. If you want that source is inside you. It is called SIP, Supreme Immortal Power. You know it is there. Touch your heart. See if your heart is beating. Just check if your heart is beating. If your heart is beating means that power is inside you. That power is the spark of unique life, SOUL. It is SIP, the Supreme Immortal Power. So you have to go on an inner voyage and you will find the same energy I have. It is inside you. Go within. Don't search outside.
Rakshita is saying, is there a training course or a book that we can read about how to be happy?
I have written 88 books and all the 88 books are free on Google Play. If you go to Google Play, there are many books. So the topics that you're asking are simple topics. Please go and pick one of the books of your choice. And if you want to contact me, my WhatsApp number is 98451 55555. I think I'm getting a signal time is over. So if we have to ask one or two more questions, we will ask one or two questions. Because there are many questions. But unless we can just quickly 2-3 minutes more. What's the time? Look at the time, and we'll give it another 3 or 4 minutes of quick questions. But if anybody's question is not answered, please WhatsApp me 98451 55555. I come on WhatsApp at least once or twice a day to answer all questions. And with 2-3 minutes, I will answer questions and stop at 6:15 because people's time is precious. But my number is on the screen. If you want my number, it's on the screen. You can take a screenshot of the number that is displayed on the screen. 98451 55555. I am happy to answer any question on happiness, problems, life, God, spirituality, religion, any question on this subject. Yes, 2-3 minutes more. All important questions, please.
Many people are praising the session air. How can we learn to be happy in difficult situation? Asked by Ricky.
Situations are happening because of karma. Stop. Accept. First you accept. And the formula is called ABC. A, accept. B, do your best. C, be in consciousness and surrender. So you cannot do anything more than ABC. Accept, do your best, consciousness. Accept, do your best, consciousness. If problems come, accept, do your best, consciousness. What will consciousness tell you? Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Ultimately, it's a show. We have to go. I'm asking you if today was the last day of your life. What about the problems? Are you going to say, Yama, please wait. I am packing all my problems. I want to pack 3-4 bags of problems. I will take my problems with me. Are you going to carry your problems with you? Are you going to carry your problems to the next life? No. You're only going to carry your karma. Do good karma. Forget about your problems. Problems will take care of themselves. Remember the word problem comes from the word pro bolo. Pro bolo means something that is thrown in front of you. Either the problem can become a stumbling block or it can become a stepping stone. So don't let your problem be a stumbling block. Don't let it make you stumble. Let it be a stepping stone. Yes, 2 more minutes for questions.
Many people are asking about your smile, how to get a smile like yours.
Smile. Let me tell you, your smile is better than mine. Just the beauty of a smile. Everybody's smile is beautiful. The beauty of a smile, I'm telling you, everybody's smile is beautiful. Just take a mirror. Now look at. Just try. Oh, lovely! Everybody's smile is beautiful. So smile. Don't worry about how you look. You look great. When you smile, you look great. Yes. I told a woman once. How do you look beautiful? She told me, MAC. You know MAC? I apply MAC. You know what I told her? far more than the creams that you apply on your face is the smile that you apply on your lips. The smile on your lips is far more beautiful than the creams and the cosmetics on your face. Yes,
Uh, Somebody from Nepal is telling, love from Nepal, we would love to host you in Nepal. And Krishnappa is saying that love from Udupi, we all are watching you, my family. And Shaul is saying, my mind is mine or I am my mind's.
your mind is only misery, ignorance, negativity, and desire. Have you ever seen the mind? I would end with this question. I would end with this question, okay? My dear friends, if I give you a ball, you can see it's round. You can see it's yellow. Has anybody seen the mind? What is the shape of the mind? What is the color of the mind? What's the size of the mind? Nobody in this world has seen the mind because the mind does not exist. It is ignorance. It is misery, ignorance, negativity, and desires. Therefore, still the mind. The mind is nothing but a bundle of toxic thoughts. If you still these toxic thoughts, there will be no mind. Peace you will find. Anything else, doctor? Can we close?
One more air I would want to reply. Sunidhi is saying, love from Dublin, Ireland. Your smile made my day. I promise to keep myself smiling and keep myself happy.
Thank you, Suriti from Dublin. Thank you for joining us, and my friends from Nepal and from Udupi and everywhere. My dear friends, it has been an honor, a pleasure to be with you on this Air Happiness webinar. And I'm sure that we will do such events to make you happy. But go back with a smile. Go back with the 3P happiness spelling. Go back with the mantra of be happy. And don't say I want to be happy. Just choose to be happy. Because your life is yours. Make it a celebration. Eliminate depression when you eliminate the mind and lighten the ego. Accept and surrender. And love one and all. For love is God and God is love. And remember, today is the present. That's why it's called the present. Forget about yesterday. Forget about tomorrow. Forget about all your misery and sorrow. Live today. Smile today. Be happy today. And spread this happiness. Because smile, it means SMILE. Spread sunshine. Make others happy. Inspire others. Lower levels of negativity and ensure your own happiness. So with these magical words, I thank you for joining us today and hope we will meet personally and also meet for another session like this. Have a lovely evening.